Welcome to TalksToGeeks.com. Justin here, back with more video game reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing Highwater, and this was recorded directly from a Nintendo Switch Lite, so this is your Switch review. As always, I give you a brief synopsis, so without further ado, here we go. Highwater is a whimsical 3D adventure game with an isometric turn-based puzzle combat system set in the flooded post-apocalyptic world. Navigate by boat, discover islands, find new allies to help battle foes, and experience a humorous tale about friendships and its melancholic and atmospheric escape. Amid the Great Climate Catastrophe, the flooded region of Hightower has become a kind of safe zone between the two dry regions, the nearly global ravaged land of the war zone and the fortified city of Alphaville, where the ultra-rich live behind the giant walls. And I really did enjoy this game. Just a little bit about the story. The story is really good. I really did enjoy the story. They have this kind of really set for this post-apocalyptic world where the people are just completely nuts because they've lost everything. And you still have the haves looking down on the have-nots, and they live behind this safe wall and everything else. It really gives you this kind of dynamic of survival, and I thought the story did really good. It has some really good, great characters, really cool, funny NPCs as well. But let's talk a little bit about the gameplay and the graphics. As you just saw from that previous clip that I just showed you, this is a turn-based RPG, more tactical strategy game, and it works for the tone, which I really wasn't actually expecting. I thought it was more of a it is open world, but I thought it was a little bit more of a game where it's just kind of a narrative where you're just going from place to place and it's just complete dialogue. I wasn't actually expecting an RPG in this, and it works very well. I will say that the battle system works very strategically, but let me talk first about the graphics so I'll get a little more detail on the battle system. I enjoy the graphics of this. I know a lot of people are not really big fans of this art style now, or some are actually getting sick of this type of art style. I think for this game Highwater that it works very well, especially on the Nintendo Switch Lite. It looks gorgeous, especially the vibrant use of colors. The color scheme looks great. Look at just how great the water is. You can see the way the sky looks. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing to see. Now, as far as the gameplay goes, the gameplay, as I was alluding to, is that it's a tactical turn-based RPG type of game where you're able to use various ways to defeat your opponent. You can do things directly, but you can also use your environment to your advantage. So just look at my guy here as he is going to strike first, but as you can see the indicator on the pole over there, you might have other options to do. So let's just say that one didn't work. I got my ass handed to me, which I did. So I decided to see what other options you can do. And obviously now we can trap this guy by knocking down this little support system that he has. And not to mention, we won't get damaged that way. And we complete the mission. It makes it more of an easy battle. And that's the key thing that you're going to have to do when it comes to the gameplay. As the game progresses, you'll get to pick up other allies. They have their own different abilities, own different weapons, own different powers. And you just have to kind of read the room like any other tactical RPG. If there's items there that might be useful for you, you might want to pick those items up. If there's environments that you can use to help you in battle, you might want to pick those up. And as you progress, you can be able to pick up items on the way that will actually help you in battle. Some items will help you do more damage. Some items will actually help you protect yourself. So it's based on how you play as well. But you really have to think strategically with this because the game does get a little bit challenging as you progress more, because you're going to have more smarter enemies, those who are more powerful than you. So you really got to mind your surroundings and know what to use, what tools to use, and when to do it. Overall, I really felt that the gameplay did a solid job. It's a really good game. I really did enjoy the exploration of it. I really did enjoy the characters, the interaction of it, and the graphics is pretty good as well. And the gameplay is a nice, refreshing, challenging, tactical RPG that kept me on my toes, because I'm not really more of a tactical RPG gamer. So it was nice that I actually had to sit, think about my moves. I can't tell you how much times I died in this game. I died quite a bit because I wasn't thinking. I was just going straight for the attack. But let's talk a little bit about the sound.
Every morning I like to look at the sky.
actually pretty good. There's no real voice acting besides the DJ on a radio who actually plays a major part in just basically furthering the story because the DJ gives you a background on what's going on in the world while playing some really good indie music. And one thing I really would say about the soundtrack and the music, it really does give you kind of that indie movie feel vibe to it. I'm not sure of how much people actually who watch the channel watch a lot of indie films, but it does really give you that indie vibe by using a lot of indie alternative music, and it does a very good job, like I said, of capturing the tone of the story. And actually, each radio is depending on which segment or a place you're in the game. So Alphaville has more of a uplifting or more of a rebellious type of songs and viewpoints and things like that. So it does a really good job. So my final points for High Water, I'm gonna give this a B. I really did enjoy the game. I really did enjoy the story. And there's other things that you can do in here. There's little side quests of you taking photos, and you got to get a photo album of the pictures that you take and things that to find. Plenty of items, and there's items in there that give you even more backstory on the lore. It's a pretty good game. Really enjoyed it. This is Justin from TacosGeeks.com. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. High Order gets a B plus. Later days.